Hi, I'm Laura, and this is going to be my little vlog on advice for starting college, because I've just gone through my first year of college, so taking my AS levels, and decided that some of you are going to be like really scared about starting college, when I'm here to reassure you that genuinely there is nothing scary about it at all, and you genuinely do not have anything to worry about. My best friend is a year younger than me, and she's starting college, and she's had a few sort of worries and stuff, and I've been talking to her about it, and she's scared. She doesn't need to be. So I just thought, well, there's a lot of you out there that probably don't have friends that are older than them and have gone through the same experience, and you don't have people that actually are there to say, you know, hey, it's not that scary, because it's not. And I know you're going to be scared, and it's a bit of a nervous place, but the one thing that you do have to remember is that everybody there has exactly the same worries as you. Scared about making friends, about being judged, and all this sort of stuff. So I'm doing this in sections. My first section is going to be like about fashion, really. I'm not a fashion conscious person, as you can tell, you know, t-shirt, hoodie, leggings, really, you know, I don't care. People will go around and be like, oh, that doesn't suit you, and, you know, my god, that doesn't go, my god, what were you thinking, whatever. I mean, people say that they don't judge people by the way that they look. You do look at somebody and judge by the way that they look. You know, you look at somebody and they're dressed, say, a very pink, obviously this is a girl, a very pink, floral, maybe a few nude colours, you're gonna think they're a really girly girl, do you know what I mean? Like, all that sort of thing, you know, nice long skirt, high heels, nice little handbag, you're gonna think girly girl really is quite in with what they wear. I think a guy, tight clothing, maybe it's got a few sort of a bit of a feminine way of speaking, lots of hand gestures. You might actually think, you know, especially if he's got like really groomed hair, that he's gay. So therefore you do judge people by how they look. It's human nature, it's nothing to be ashamed of at all, it's just how it works. My advice for anybody, male or female, for going to college is, where will you feel comfortable in? If you are able to look in the mirror and think, do you know what, I look good, I feel fine. If you think that it's practical, if it's raining outside and you're wearing trousers, something that's waterproof, you're not gonna feel uncomfortable in college, go and wear that. Like, don't, if it's freezing outside, it's below 0, don't go wearing shorts, you're just gonna be, you're an idiot, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, you're an absolute twat. You're gonna be freezing, you're not gonna look good, you're gonna get pneumonia. Just be sensible with what you wear, be practical, be weather appropriate. It's lovely being able to go into college layering up when it's freezing cold. When you're in secondary school, you can't do that. You're in a uniform. It's not acceptable, is it? Because you don't look the way that they want you to look. So just be practical with what you wear and you'll be fine. As for studying and organising yourself, my advice is really to keep on top of your work. Just once you've got an assignment, don't leave it to the next week and then you've got a day to do it. Do it when you can. I'm not saying that you have to fill your time with coursework and all sorts of other things. What I'm saying is to use your time effectively. Now, you're going to hear those words all the way through college. You probably heard it all the way through to GCSE as well. My tutor used to go on about it obsessively throughout college. To use your time obsessively, don't just use free times for meeting your friends and stuff, you know. Have your lunch, blah 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 blah, then go off onto the library and go and do some revision. I'm talking like I don't give a shit what she says, but I do. I love my tutor, she was great. You know, unfortunately I don't have her for my second year, which sucks. But she was correct in what she was saying, and I understood that, especially once I kind of saw my grades at the end of this year. Just keep on top of your work. Once you've got the assignment and you know you've got a free where, you know, say you've gone to your 2-hour lesson in the morning. You know after that you've got 2 hours free, right? Once you've had that 2-hour lesson, you're probably going to want a break anyway. So go get some lunch, maybe use that hour to chill with your friends, you know. Then the next hour, or maybe even that half an hour, go and make a start on that assignment. Because when you get home, you will feel so much better because you've actually cracked into that assignment already. You've already started it. You've done half an hour of it. You've only got another half an hour or 45 minutes or another hour of it to do. Because you've already made a start on that, you know what you're doing. I cannot explain to you the good feeling that it is to just know that you then do not have a whole assignment to do. You've only got part of it. You will find, if you keep doing that, everything is so much easier. Seriously, I wish I did that. I really, really wish I did, because I actually find it a lot easier to do my homework in college than it is at home. If I sit in that library on my own with nobody else but, say, I don't know, Panic in my ear, a band, Panic at Disco, and, you know, I've got music to listen to, or the Beatles or whoever else that just happens to pop up on my iPod. I do my work. It might take me a bit of a while to get started, but I do it, and I feel so much better for it. My other advice is, if you do not understand your work, or you don't understand how to do it, go and ask your teacher. It makes things so much easier, especially if they know that you're struggling. They make sure that they know what you're doing afterwards. They will also make sure that they explain things in a way that you understand. And it's a lot easier just to speak to somebody who knows what they're doing. If you can't maybe get hold of your teachers, there's always email. Or if you can't get hold of your teacher till the next lesson, then speak to one of your friends that are in your class and ask them how they're doing it. Just say you're struggling. They're more than willing, I'm sure, to help you out. And if they're not, I'm sorry, but you've got really shit friends. My friends are brilliant, seriously. Like, if, say, in media I've struggled and I don't understand my coursework, I've got several friends in there that will help me. Most of that class I'm friends with. You know, I know that they're nice and I know they're going to help me if I don't understand it. Just don't get behind on your work, and you'll find that a lot of stress goes instantly. And the other thing is, just don't let your work consume you. And make sure that you've got time to see your friends, to chill out, to do your own little thing, even if it's like a couple of hours that night, just to watch TV, catch up on your soaps, listen to music, you know, whatever you do to chill. Another big thing that I really wanted to cover in this was the issue of stress, the issue of just everything not working for you and maybe having a bit of a breakdown. Something that I found a bit difficult to get on top of was the fact that I had a bit of a breakdown middle of my GCSEs, so like, well, it was actually sort of near the end because it was at the end of year 11 and it carried on through the summer and into my first year of college. I went into depression. The way that my counsellor described it to me is that I had a negative filter. So anything that happened to me, I always looked at the negatives and I'd never looked at the positives as to what was happening. And that really I found difficult to deal with. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional with this. Everything just sort of got on top of me. There were a lot of contributing factors. Family, friends, home life, and my education. I had a lot of assignments to do. I had things I had to keep on top of. And everything piled up on top of me and I felt like I was drowning in all of this stress and this shit, and it was very difficult for me to deal with. But luckily I had a few good friends who really, stuck by me. I was able to talk to, and they really, really did help, and I'm thankful to all of them. That really did help. My best friend in particular, who is male, and I'm now in a relationship with him, I'm pleased to say. He's fantastic. He was fantastic as well, as were all the rest of my friends at that time. My biggest advice to anybody who feels, even if they're in high school, secondary school, college, sixth form, even out working, is if you feel that you're not dealing with things as well as you could do or should do, if you feel that things are getting on top of you, everything's making you upset, anxious, you get paranoid, go and speak to somebody. Go and speak to a teacher, go and speak to your tutor, management, a doctor. Seriously, I went to a doctor after my friend turned to me and was like, I really want you to go and sort this out because something really bad's going to happen. It was on the verge of getting very drastic, and it helps. For me, they referred me to a counsellor in college, and after the first meeting, honestly, I walked out of that door like a massive weight had just dropped off my shoulders, and it was like I'd gone through 4 hours of yoga. If anyone's done yoga after being incredibly stressed, they'll know what I'm talking about. It is the most relaxing thing. It's like having this massive massage and you've just calmed the fuck down. It's amazing. And honestly, those sessions have helped me so much. I went near the end of November and I stopped them in I think it was June, no, maybe May, November to maybe May or June, about that time. And because I just felt like everything was okay, and those sessions were getting a bit sort of I wouldn't say pointless, but they weren't as needed. But it's great to have them. And the good thing is that I know that if things ever do get on top of me again, that he's just an email away. Just set up a session and to Alec, I'm struggling and I need your help. This has happened and I'm feeling like this. I know I should be thinking rationally, whatever, and it does help. But just remember that if you are feeling that way, it's not the end of the world. There is always something that can happen and something that will help, and you will be fine. Okay, one of my next things is friends. A lot of you are probably going to be thinking, shit, no one's going to like me, I'm just going to be a Billy for the rest of my life and whatever. You're not, okay? If you talk to new people, if you just get involved and are just sort of friendly and welcoming and just don't act like you've got a rod up your ass, you'll be fine. Like, a lot of people like down to earth people like to joke. You will be fine. You will find people that you get on with, who have things in common, and you'll be okay. One thing that I learned especially, one thing I learned especially from college is that people do change, and you'll lose and gain friends. That's the main thing. Yeah, like, a couple of my friends have changed, and I'm not friends with them because of it. Because they're just not the people that I used to know, and therefore they're not the people that I want to be friends with, because they've changed that much. And I've just distanced myself from them, and if they ask, I'm sorry, I'm not your friend anymore. Because, like, I don't want to, and you're just not my type of friend anymore. I'll admit, like, I have changed myself, but not that much. It's kind of hard to explain, but the way I think of it is I've changed more, like, so I'm more myself. Like, I was always quite a loud and bubbly person who will speak their mind and will tell you the truth. I've become more that person. I don't hide behind anything anymore. And if you meet me, like, you will find very quickly that I can get quite hyper and quite loud and bubbly, and I'm just a fun-loving person. But I've also got that feistiness to me that people have found quite a lot. I found also that college helps to define me, like, meeting new people and just having these experiences. I have learnt that I really am this person, and this is the person that I want to be. And I like myself, and that's something that I never really used to do. I never used to really like myself, but I do. I think I'm a nice person, and I think that I'm a good friend to have, because people have come to me quite often being like, Laura, this is happening, I need a friend, I need somebody to speak to, and they know that I'm there with a shoulder and open arms, and you can cry in front of me and I will tell you the truth, and I will tell you what you need to do. And if I can't help anybody, then I will say, look, I know that you can go to this person, and this person will help you, and if you want me to be with you at your side through any of that, then I will be there. And personally, I think that's a really good skill. But yeah, like, you will find people your own, who are your own person, and it's not worth worrying about, because you will over time, especially just if you go to these lessons and stuff, and they do icebreakers, and it'll be fine. Okay, another big advice is you must find something that makes you happy. This sounds really sort of hippie and doolally, but, like, I really mean it, and it's actually quite a good skill for life in general. And I'm going to put this in a metaphor term because it's going to be kind of hard to understand otherwise. Okay, so to make it easier, I've kind of made this. Okay, so it's a bit of a chart, because I like to kind of think of it as like, you need these different fields of your life. So you've got education, which is a really important thing, but if you submerge yourself into one of them, it's gonna break down and you're just gonna fail. Okay, so you've got education. You need to sometimes have time on your own to just chill and be yourself and relaxed. extracurriculums, like I do Media Academy, and it helps me to just kind of get work experience working with different clients to make like little movies, videos, all that sort of stuff. You're working with real people and you're just making connections. A job, if you've got one, is really good to make money so that you can go out, especially when you come to this, which is social. To just be with your friends and do stuff, you know, just chilling out again. Family is important as anything else. Because you're going to live with them, you're going to need them. You may fall out with them, especially these years, but we all know you love each other and you're going to need them eventually. And finding something that makes you happy does help, especially like you need something that you can always come to, and you know it just makes you feel fulfilled and happy, and it helps an awful lot. Like it could be painting, drawing, anything, you know, anything that's healthy, because the most important thing is your well-being and your happiness. And no matter what your parents say, you know, you need to, they might say that you need to know where you're going in life, you need to know what you want to do. You've got to remember you are young, you need to learn how to be alone and be sensible, be safe and have fun. It's the most important part of life, is growing up. You need to make mistakes so that you know not to make those mistakes again, or how to correct them if you make them again. And it also helps your children because you know what to tell them when they make these mistakes. Anyway, I've probably rambled on an awful lot. If nothing makes sense, comment. I really hope that I've helped you guys. And if you ever have any questions or anything, seriously just ask. I will try to answer all of them if possible. And please comment any tips whatever, because it's my first like vlog and yeah, I don't know how to do it really, so thanks for watching guys, I'll see you soon.